Все, погнали. Мгм. Ну, я гений. Сегодня что-нибудь из рук не будет валиться? Подожди. Почему ты, тварь такая, падла? Пожалуйста, можно я поиграю? Пожалуйста. Все, спасибо. Все, теперь все. Все, идем. Так. Стучусь. Да ничего, все. У вас там работает все с решением? Вроде да. Новая игра. Поехали. Озвучка тут вряд ли есть.
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the predatory division of the 𝐂𝐤𝐞𝐬 Police Department,
Как
one
странно.
half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah.
Ну, курево это что-то типа марихуаны.
The most colorful
Все
place in the
курево, сигареты, да?
wilderness.
Не громко?
Oh,
Как оно?
God,
Нормально?
what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too.
Chicken falling.
Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time
Clucked
ago.
up.
We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement. What could possibly go wrong?
Город Кловель, район Рорк. Бывший отель Атлас. Табак с марихуаной? Нет, я вам там было переведено как курево. Обычно говорят, курево это что-то типа марихуаны, не сигареты. Но он же имел в виду сигареты. Не громко, заебись.
My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or
Спейн на минималках.
Charlotte. I was sure she'd have a sophisticated sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
Я думал, как стрим назвать. Ничего с их мемом с петухами не вспомнил. Вспомнил этот... я забыл. Переместить камеру. Нет инверсии, нет! Может, есть? Бля. Пожалуйста. Не хочу играть на кого мыши, хочу на геймпаде. Ну что тут хоть влево-вправо город.
I don't see colors anymore, only emptiness. Everything faded.
Я не буду дослушивать. Если прочитал, то прочитал.
Books I'm never gonna read. Maybe nobody ever has.
Я могу позвонить. Alright. Давай пока не будем. Ящик. Опа, полицейский
My
значок.
wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine. So I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes. Just in case.
Опа, новая функция, инвентарь. Какая кнопка? Вот это, наверное, блядь. Значит, вот это, блядь. Что? Мои последние
My
сигареты.
last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal.
Шея! Я сигарету спиздил.
She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know.
Чего ты смеешься?
I
Что там
promised
машина?
myself I'd write a novel one day.
Мгм.
I can't even. Maybe I'm really gonna write that novel if I make it to retirement
У него
alive.
несколько диалогов к каждой этой. Да. Она ждет, а я осматриваю просто.
Maybe I'm really. Maybe I'm really. I don't even know what these papers. I need a secretary. I need a.
Мгм. Ну, у меня тут...
My wife took all. I don't even know where the key is. Whatever's inside. Just a bunch of useless.
Окей. Дикие джентльмены.
Wild gentlemen. Those guys rebuilt the city after the great fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little kid.
Куренком был.
I'm starting to think they should have left
I was a
Clawville as
chick.
it was, burned to the ground. If only I were half as gutsy as these guys. Maybe if only I
Старая
used to
заметка.
be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course.
Нужна курица. Ну, я не скажу тебе.
What an embarrassing headline.
Болезненное воспоминание.
This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life. Before Molly left me and took our daughter. Molly, where do you live now?
Она попугай. Она не курица, она попугай, видишь? Это же попуг. Это попуг. Я тебе потом голубь, но она попуг. М.Б. Дэвис.
M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge,
Своицу забрала.
and my pants.
Не курица, попуг.
He was a genius. Some say he's now a recluse, living on the outskirts of the city.
Ногу отгрыз. Попугесса. Старые добрые времена.
Things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes.
Говорится, при чем здесь ключи-то, ебаный?
It seems like a different life.
Опа! Теперь у меня светло, хоть в офисе. Так, что здесь еще? Дверь в спальню. Потом. Дикая
I wanted
природа.
to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here, whether I like it or not.
Попугая петуха.
Maybe in another lifetime, old bird.
Откуда я знаю? Может, да не знаю я. Как попугай с гребнем такой, кукарекающий. Давай позвоним, знаешь, кому? А, тут так надо. А, как вы... Да я... Алло. А чё, а как повесить трубку набрать? 911 119. Человеческим телом. Кому позвонить? 6 цифр. У меня из левого уха машина вправо поехала сейчас. Я не знаю 6 цифр. Так, дамочка, подождите, куда вы торопитесь?
Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles.
Маме, это 6 цифр надо.
Bedroom. Sort of.
Так, ну вроде все, да? Что это? А, лампа. Что там в городе? Да, да. Женщина! Че, газет дешевые виски.
Every whiskey has the same color nowadays, at least in this price range.
Ну такой виски. Ой, блять, как же неудобно без версии. Какое аниме смотрим? Голосуй. Так, женщина.
Who is this dame anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment
What the
on
cluck?
New Year's Eve?
Let me introduce myself.
Я не выбирал.
My name is Deborah.
Deborah?
Miss Deborah Ibanez.
Привет. Включить автоматическое воспроизведение могу. Не, давай сам буду.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Новое животное.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
Федерленд.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Из-за нас Гай перевод. Он тот, кто вам нужен.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
А кто она, подожди? Олениха? Он же, по-моему, зебра говорил.
Look, miss, I work for the police and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
Ой, только сиськи не показывай.
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
Детектив-антифашист, если что. Лань.
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've got to have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
Так, я должен видеть битрейт, поэтому... Вот, так не очень. Бля, ну битрейт сейчас будет падать, скорее всего. Ёбаный рот, потому что пол девятого, да?
Give you insist, but bourbon.
Сори, не от
please.
меня зависит. Косуля? Ну, я не знаю, как она выглядит.
Thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
What a coincidence.
Ну, у вас статья в энциклопедии.
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
Соу. Так, у меня... налево. Вот оно что. Дебора. Классный перевод. Дебора Ибанес. Она импала. Женщина. А, тут переведено. Особая примета тонкая и хрупкая. Ничего такого особенного. Песня. Она побегушка своего начальнику. Утонченная женщина. Но не похоже, что она из богатой или влиятельной семьи. А все мы. Много импалы. Асули. Бать, неужели тут столько... Мне выбрать места там, извините. Ой, так, что ли? А, вот так, все окей. Отель Атлас. Неплохое было место, теперь соревнуемся, кто дольше не сгниет. Отель опережает, но по правде сказать, я не то чтобы сильно впереди. Кодекс. Chicken Police. Что произошло? А как это происходит? А? Давай закроем. Вот. Пернатые копы. Знаменитая пара детективов Сантино Сони Пьерланд и Марти Макцип прославились после дела, которых в прессе окрестили кровавым Новым годом. Они были на пике популярности почти 10 лет, пока роковая ссора не положила конец их легендарному союзу. Мередит Икс или Х. Мередит Х. Марбл выпустила о них серию романов. За 7 лет вышло 10 книг, а потом публика потеряла к ней интерес. Да и к пернатым копам тоже. Как все, и львица царица. Нет. И коробка буренка. В основном в дикой природе почитают трех богов. Это эти могучие дикие духи, которые составляют Святую Троицу созидания, разрушения и безмолвия. Харити – богиня созидания. Птапти – идол разрушения. А Нкватити – бесполый призрак безмолвия. Это какие-то инковские бога. Или майские. А который стоит на страже равновесия между созиданием и разрушением и их бесконечном конфликте. Машины, хватит кататься. 𝐂𝐡𝐢𝐜 существует как независимый город-государство более 900 лет. Он был основан после объединения 4 наций, которые представлены на гербе 𝐂𝐿𝐼 4 фигурками животных и 4 лапами. На самом деле, союз кланов, рептилий и великий клан насекомых тоже сыграли весомую роль в основании города, но им так и не нашлось места на гербе города. Это положило начало культурно-политическим раздорам между видами. 𝐂𝐿𝐼 сохранил политическую автономность и сказку о том, что он единственное место в дикой природе, где хищник и жертва любой расы могут мирно существовать. Отсюда название «Город тысячи цветов». Битрейт у меня красный, если что. Блять! Твич говна. Статистика. Очки за допросы. Опа! Это же Л.А. Нуар куриный. Следующая страница. Вот у персонажей. Дамочка.
Legs that go on for days. Deep, dark eyes.
Чё-то ты буренка? Ну как? А кто ты? Я почему-то...
Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is...
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a...
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd...
Please. That's why I'm here.
Вопросы. У меня
I
здесь...
haven't dusted you off in a while, partner. Looks like I may be needing you now.
Я револьвер сегодня только свой драил. А как
I
мне...
haven't dusted you off in a while, partner. Looks like I
Почему
may
лапы
be
на
needing you
гербе?
now.
Потому что ты задаешь слишком много вопросов.
Ironic, but ever since I've been on furlough, with only my fake badge sitting in my cabinet, I feel more... Oh man, I totally get you.
Это, конечно, хорошо, но... Подсказки. Жертва каких-то странных угроз. Дама. Все они написаны. Что, блядь? Goblin Riding. Чего? Фокусируйтесь на том, что известно о подозреваемом. Ведет себя подозрительно, сосредоточьтесь на этом. Детективометр. Тема Джон Доу. Фокус. Этот парень весьма подозрительный. Надо сосредоточиться на этом. Фокус подозрительный. Впечатление подозрительного. Детективомер. Детективомер. Охуенная подсказка. Он ведет себя подозрительно. Я веду себя подозрительно. Почему ты ведешь себя подозрительно? Блять, гениально. Собирайте мнение подозреваемым, каждое мнение добавляет новый вопрос. Детективомер, ваш лучший друг, он показывает, хорошо ли идет допрос. Старайтесь держаться в плюсе. Договорились? Бля, чел, ну не обещаю. Я буду отыгрывать плохого копа. Бла-бла-бла. Мне это нравится.
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I could scare her off. Let's start gently.
Вы кто, собственно, мадам? А у меня нет других вариантов вопроса.
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
А мэм это мадам? А миссис это миссис, да? Все просто?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
И это, конечно, не Элейн Уар с их охуенной лицевой анимацией, где было понятно, пиздит он или нет.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you.
Ничего не уверена. Новая подсказка. Новое впечатление. А как посмотреть-то? Дай посмотреть. А я не могу. Что это с вами? Вы нормально себя чувствуете? Уверенно? Скажите, в какой части города живете? Холмы, Калаверы, Что такое холмы Калаверы? Я Калаверы знаю только из Грим-Фанданго. Фокус надо полегче и по-умному. Дамочка вроде робкая, а это я же читал уже. С вами все в порядке.
You're not very confident. Are you...
Yes, excuse me. I'm just a bit nervous. I've never done anything like this before.
Breaking into the apartments of strangers isn't that big a deal. Some people do it as a hobby.
Please don't make fun of me, Mr. Featherland. This is hard.
You're right. Sorry.
А кто по гороскопу, милочка? Может быть, какая-нибудь импала?
Tell me, what's your star sign, sweetheart?
Я просто хочу это спросить.
My what? My star sign? I don't
Это
know what
детективная тайна.
I like to be unpredictable sometimes. It's an old detective thing. Just answer the question, please. You'll understand everything in time.
All right. The dancer. The answer is the dancer.
Про гороскоп танцовщица?
The dancer.
Жестко.
I see. Thank you. This could be useful later on.
If you say so.
Нет, минус 10, ну я должен был узнать, кто по гороскопу. Завязывай спылую пташку, разыгрывать солнышко. Пой давай. Почему пришли ко мне именно сегодня вечером?
Why did you have to visit me this particular evening?
I have my reasons. I may look like a silly little fawn, and maybe I am, but I still have common sense.
Что-то про День мертвых в Южной Америке. Разве? Это Калавера называется? Я знаю Мэнни Калавера из Грим Фанданго. Такой персонаж. Вот он испано-мексиканец.
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss.
This day is essential to my mistress, and she thought it's also important to you.
Я не
A
танцовщица.
message in itself, for sure. But to be honest, even you are.
Бумажки с разными узорами. С резными. С резными или с разными?
You know what? I'll just take that as a compliment, even if it was.
Новое впечатление. А я не могу ничего выбрать-то. Так. Пришли вы, почему не самый мэтт, собственно, персонами? Почему пришли
Why did
вы?
you come to visit me? Why not your employer
Решение.
yourself?
Ага. Понятненько.
My employer is Miss Natasha ''К𝐡𝐢𝐜𝐤𝐞𝐧
Наташа
She
Кошенко!
hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
Наташа Кошенко. Небось, какая-то кошка.
How so?
Бинго!
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
Дебора точно что-то скрывает. Напуганная она и что-то скрывает. Квадрат разноцветных бумажек с вырезанными узорами. Ебать! Нихуя себе. Где адрес
How
достали?
did you get this address?
You know, my mistress has exceptional connections.
If they were so exceptional, she wouldn't have chosen me.
Don't be so hard on yourself, detective. You are the head of the famous.
Was it a raccoon with a scarred face called Zip who recommended me?
No, Mr. Featherland. I don't know anyone like that.
Lucky for you, Deborah.
Почему минут 10? Что-то скрывает. Я хотел, блять, узнать, откуда у нее адрес. Что вы рассчитывали?
What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
I expected your help, just like my mistress said.
Well, that's very nice. But have you seen this neighborhood? Have you seen this wreck called a hotel? Who were you hoping?
Someone reliable
Well, I am reliable.
and discreet.
Discreet? Что это за слово?
That's right.
And thorough.
No question about that.
And has a heart of gold.
Okay, let's stop it right there. Are you in some sort of jam?
Nothing of the sort. There are simply
Then you're wasting my time.
I trust your instincts.
Yeah, and I have no...
To be honest, no, Miss.
Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Look, Santino.
I have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart. No offense.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
You see, we're starting to understand each other. Tell me, Deborah,
Because my mistress trusts you.
should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then
Damn, what can I say to that?
look, I didn't mean to back you up.
You have a way with words, sweetheart.
No, not for the world.
Smart answer. Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him,
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
Kingpin.
exactly.
Крыса!
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
Хватит.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
Настоящий детектив. Да, да, сюда. Последние мысли. Легендарные пернатые копы снова в деле. Немного устали, но свое дело знают. Хорошая работа. Важная улика. Нынешний влиятельный приятель Наташи, наш наниматель, печально известный гангстер Ибн Уэслер. Right? Так, у меня куча всего здесь появилась. Таинственный автор послания нанимателя мисс Дебра Ибанес, некая мисс Наташа Кошечка. Нынешний влиятельный приятель Наташи нашел нанимателя печально известный гангстер Ибн Уэслер. Напугана и скрыта. Может, у нас скрыта и очень хорошая актриса. В любом случае, не все ее слова правда. В этом я уверен. Работодатель, мягко говоря, поддерживает Ибна Уэлсера. Это объясняет, почему вокруг мисс Ибанес витал страх. Так, кошечка. Имя Наташа Кошечка. Вид кошка. Фелис катус. Пол женский. Особая примета. У нее необыкновенные зеленые глаза. И у нее серьезные проблемы, как у меня. Работодатель мисс Дебра Ибанес, похоже, на получает серьезные угрозы. Сейчас стоит в отношениях с известным гангстером Ибн Уэслера. Это много объясняет, в том числе излишнюю атмосферу секретности. Ага. Окей.
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints. You know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone.
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
Знаю Молли очень
I
хорошо.
know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
Your English is very good, мой комрад. I don't even hear your accent. А как мне обратно?
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
Mr. Featherland? Santino, are you all right?
Чё я такой охуевший?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
Blackmail?
Don't play innocent with me.
But
All right. When can I visit?
visit me?
Not you. Miss Ksatsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Царь клуб.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like
No, she's really not like that. But she...
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
Столько новогодних игр
I'm
стало.
sure you'll have
В том
no
числе новый
trouble
Человек-паук.
finding Miss Ksatsenko. But there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly.
20 years experience, man.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Mr.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Ksatsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd...
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
Да хватит! Я ну Наташа в царь-клубе. Видимо, даже откуда-то знает Молли мою жену, или, быть может, у нее хороший информатор. Я должен выяснить, какая тут связь. Имя Льюис С. Сенуорт. Вид дикий кролик. Полумужской. Особая примета. Мой старый друг сильно заикается, когда говорит. Льюис владелец ранее популярного отеля «Атлас», и мой хороший друг. Сейчас снимаю у него номер, но, вероятно, огромном отеле живем только мы вдвоем. Он с ума сходит в детективах, охота помогать, когда я прошу. Номер Льюиса 555-932. Окей. Сейчас позвоним.
PD, how can I help you?
Алло, да?
Nothing, forget it.
Идиот. Здесь неудобно это сделано.
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
No. Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Lewis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here, not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it, and now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place.
Эй, бро!
The good old rabbit. I can always count on him, even on New Year. Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long, Deborah. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
Что стоите? Я спать.
Nothing interesting.
Понятно.
I can always count on you. You got anything?
I thought I'd...
Well, I didn't mean to hold you up.
I'll ask a favor.
I owe you a lot.
That's true.
Основные сцены. Эти сцены раскрывают сюжет, а также определяют, какие места открываются или закрываются. Чтобы пройти игру, нужно завершить все основные сцены. Ага. Бонусные сцены доступны к таким сценам открываются на определенных этапах игры. Если вам нравится проходить все задания и получать все трофеи, то обязательно посетите их все перед переходом к следующей основной сцене. Закрытые сцены. В данный момент закрытые сцены доступны, но по ходу игры доступ не может то открыться, то закрываться. Важный совет. Не переходите к следующей основной сцене, если не уверен, что хотите пропустить бонусные сцены. Не факт, что вы сможете к ним вернуться. Как отдалить я могу там? Нет? А я сейчас ничего выбрать не могу, да? Изменить выбор. Нет, не могу. Я ничего не могу сделать, даже выбрать. А закрыть могу. Не понял. Может, я могу? Нет. Кто работает?
It was New Year's Eve, and I was driving.
У нас такая же зима.
Drunk, risking my whole life's work, but still, it didn't feel any different. Every day was the same, and the 121 days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown
Танила
dances
Пизвар.
slowly in circles.
Имя, фамилия. Это как там?
Smooth music.
А,
The 9 o'clock
Адольф
show.
Фюрер? Или как там?
With a
Фюрер
glass of
Гитлер?
cheap bourbon
Что там у нас было,
and the
когда мы
red
ездили?
gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of 𝐂𝐤𝐤𝐞 is slowly eating itself alive. And we're still here, with nothing left to lose but our sanity, while others, the smart ones, had already gone. Molly.
И Наташа
Does her name really upset me this
Шечко.
much?
Или как она?
All those years of
Такой
solitude,
петух.
and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty, my ex-partner, who hates me. But I know I have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night?
Ага. Детур. Что это значит?
I knew where to find Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year, forgotten by 𝐂𝐤𝐤𝐞. This happened when that old bloodhound, Blood Boil, was promoted to chief of police. Back in the day, I used to patrol the city's streets in one of these. I don't miss it, but it used to have its...
У нас в сфере недвижимости директор банка, владелец музея, винодел, контрабандист и торговец информацией. И это только половина того, что о нем говорят. Его маленькие грязные лапки протянуты во все уголки городского подполья. Крыса. Приятный на вид, харизматичный, а еще квоханый гангстер. Ах ты, блядь, какая. Имя Карлтон Фибис. Вид европейский еж. Пол мужской. Особой приметой на дух его не переношу. Опа. Штаб отдела, он же мясорубка. Огромное мрачное здание для нечистых людей. И это только про тех, кто в тюрьме. Царь-клуб. Один из самых известных клубов города, владелец самых гламурных башмаков, крепких кулаков, там завсегдатые. Завсегдатая, не знаю, как читается. И все знают, что копам там не рады, если только они на коленях в грязи умолять не станут. Какой грязи? А о чем?
Every time this poster disappears, good old Blood Boil puts it right back immediately. I tore it down at least 3 times already. Actually, it's a kind of passive-aggressive game for us with the chief. I'm sure it's Blood Boil him. I'm sure it's.
Да. Криса дружит с Крисой? Ну да. Он ее заставил, наверное. Филлис.
Phyllis and Roy's. 2 hedgehogs with an arrogance typical of novice cops. They're as prickly as they look. A vicious little shithead.
Well, look at that. Hey, Sonny, what you scratching out over here? I heard the
Торт
big
надо
boss threw you
съесть.
out.
Блять, не забыть бы за него.
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bud. By the way, you're on luck. Blood boils.
Oh, God. That clumsy buffalo is here tonight. If he doesn't end up in a cell again, he's lucky.
You got it.
You got it.
You looking for Marty, eh?
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty.
I see you're still the funny guy round here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range.
Hey, Royce, I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark, I'll strangle him with his own raincoat.
Так его, расистский.
I'd love to see that.
Hey, whose side are you on, you jerk?
The bullet hole in my crest is...
Что расскажешь?
By the way, what...
Why?
Блять.
Frank says it'll be rain. And see, it's raining. He's a frog.
By the way, what's with the raincoats? Couldn't you...
Why?
Yeah, well, I'm a rooster, but I hate getting up early.
Это хорошо, мне нравится.
Raincoats are just fine, okay. You have a problem with that, Sonny?
No, just, you know, the spikes sticking through and all.
Бля, ну битрейт.
Is something wrong with our spikes chugging?
Yeah, you know what? Just forget it.
Ну что, пойдем внутрь?
Here we are again, 𝐂𝐤𝐤 Police Department. I've never been good at history, but if I'm not mistaken, this place has been a church, a hospital, and even some insane cult's secret hideout over the years. Anyway, the place holds the secrets of the ages, and some
Да. Моника.
Monica Rosen, receptionist in theory, but in reality, she's doing literally everything around here. Like the Hey, Monica.
Это Калибри? Кто она?
Hey, Boss Bird. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be celebrating somewhere?
Every day's a holiday since I got out of here.
I can tell. But what are you doing here? Are you here for a file? You know, I'm a little busy right now.
Бля, как странно.
Yeah, you could look after a few things for me, but first I'd like to talk to Mr. Big Beak McChicken himself. Those 2 prickly assholes told me he's emptying the magazines in the hole.
Калибри? А чё я в очках? Калибри плохо видит?
Always. And if he carries on like that, he's gonna use up all our ammo. So it would be nice if you drag him out of there. You know how this day is for him.
Он ебанутый, за сколько патрон стоит?
For him?
You know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so just sign here and you're good to go.
Thank you, darling.
Don't mention it, boss bird.
Пасберг. Что? Спросить, говорить.
Hey, Sonny.
Sure, everything's fine.
That's nice. Life is best if you...
Jeez, Mon. Don't read so many
That was one of yours, actually. From the old Sonny. You used to love...
I try not to.
We can't erase the past because we are the past ourselves.
Stop that right there.
Okay, okay. I'm just joking.
Атлас, да,
Still
спросил.
living in the Atlas?
If something works, why change it, right?
Well, if you like it there.
Listen, Monica, you could, come by sometime for a drink or...
I didn't hear that, and you didn't say that.
Okay, got it. Sorry.
Чё?
Anything else, boss bird?
Царь
What do
клуб?
you know about the Czar Club?
Nothing special. I've never been there. It's a famous place, though. Expensive cigars, unaffordable drinks, pretty gals. All the movie stars and politicians go there at least once a week.
And all the big shot mobsters, too, I've heard.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing.
Do
Хобарт.
we have a file on Hobart, Ibn, Wessler?
Are you kidding me? We have a whole room just for him. Want the key? You can spend the remaining days of your paid holiday in there.
No thanks. Never mind. You're a bit sassy today, aren't you?
I'm sorry, Sonny, but I'm starting to shed my feathers because of this insane asylum. You know, New Year's Eve and Blood Boil's not here when he should be.
Кроводёк.
Somehow I'm not sorry about that.
Где-то я уже слышал это в какой-то игре.
Yeah, I bet you're not, boss bird.
Ты чё ты троллишь меня? Наташа Корщика.
Natasha Katzenko. Interesting name.
It's supposed to be real, but who knows? Good question.
We have nothing on her. She's either clean or uses a fake name. Maybe both, but I don't think so. Aside from that, everyone knows what I know about her. Singer, star, the #1 babe in this town, so to speak.
Thanks, little bird. It's something.
Glad I could help.
Окей. Кофейный автомат. О, я люблю такие.
Marty
Дешевый,
drinks
надеюсь.
this shit. I've never tried it, but I'm pretty sure it's
Это не
gross
пробовал.
and probably toxic. Today is not the day I'm gonna try this. For me, nothing beats the iron-flavored turbid tap water.
У вас, блядь, из-под крана пить хотя бы можно. По крайней мере, 10 лет назад точно можно было. Герб.
All it takes is one look, and my comb starts to tingle.
Ну вот руки, 4 руки. ПЛМ, все дела. Токсик. Нет, ты токсик. Как там? Если в кране нет воды, значит выпили жиды. Если в кране есть вода, значит жид нассал туда. Вот если только такая. Вы что стоите, вам по кайфу? Бля, сколько тут всего. Детский
Honor,
герб.
strength, unity. For the love of the wild gods, I'm gonna be sick.
Морг. А, Морд.
Mort Mardigan, a notorious deadbeat. Poor guy's been blind since his teenage years, but that doesn't stop him from running into trouble. What the...
Кстати, у нас, по-моему, что-то новое появилось. О. Так. Ты. Каратон Филлис. Подожди, может, про тебя читали уже? Мы про тебя читали. Нет, хохлатый дикобраз. Терпеть его не могу, почти как у напарника Филиаса. Огромный и тупой, это я. Напоминает... Я просто тупой, я даже не огромный. Напоминает моего напарника Марти, только у Роя нет доброго сердца. Пёса. Имя. Баскарелли Обжора Надас. Вид. Собака. Пол мужской. Приметы говорят, он может сожрать все, что ему перепадет. За это и получил прозвище Обжора. А что про него ничего не написано? Имя. Моника Розен. Вид. Калибри птичка. Почему калибри птичка? Мелисуга Хеленаная. О, женские. Суприметы. Может делать 1000 дел сразу. Она настоящий ангел. Имя. Мортиген. Комодский варан. А я думал, он крокодил. О, мужской. Особая примета. Старая, слепая, безнадежная развалина. Вот кто я, блядь. Люцис Уилфред. Кроводер. Вид. Собака. Пол мужской. Особая примета. Шеф. Живая легенда. А еще он меня ненавидит. Да? Зип. Зип. Ха. Мёртви. Енот Полоскун. Пол мужской. Примета. Старый враг, который с годами стал хорошим другом. Да. Окей. Пес. Нет. Морг.
Mort, you scabbiest beast. What the hell did you do?
It's Morty to you, sonny boy. Everything's fine. There was just a bit of trouble in the bar, and someone got knocked on the head with a glass. It wasn't my fault. I'm as blind as a bat, am I right?
Тебя, кстати, что, завтра ждать или как? Ты пока там пиши, а я сейчас пару секунд. Так.
Did that ever bother you, Morty?
Listen, sonny boy. Go tell them to leave me alone, eh? It's New Year's Eve, after all, and I didn't even do anything wrong. Not that wrong.
Where's your little lapdog to get you out of this mess? Is that little pimp of a midget still sniffing around you?
Jeff is a good boy, Sonny. And he's good to me, believe me.
Oh, God, spare me the details. When will you finally realize that little shit's been using you?
Oh, of course he's using me. What could a pretty boy like him want from this old monster, eh? Still, Sonny, I have no one else. Do you understand that?
Even you deserve better, pal. By the way, you look horrible, even for yourself. Are you feeling okay?
Well, I'm not what I used to be, but neither are you.
Don't need to, Mort. I'm fine. Anyway, if Bubo prescribed you something, don't even think about taking it.
I don't talk to that.
Damn right.
Please, say something on my behalf, okay?
Hey, careful with that. Buffalo Malort.
Like
I'll try to speak for you, but keep it down till then, okay?
Sonny boy.
More like a clucking pigeon.
С утра пораньше в субботу. Ну, приходи вечером в субботу.
Tell me, Sonny boy, how's Molly?
You really know how to hurt a guy.
Is something...
They no longer live with me, Mort. For a few years now. And to be honest...
I'm sorry, pal.
It's all right, Morty.
Ботка.
Detective Chow Hound Bosco. He thinks he's a real alpha, but nah, he's just a
Колонка
lapdog.
карманная. Я про тебя, да, вычитал что-то, да. Вороватый ублюдок, он слеп как крот, но это не мешает ему быть самым огромным куском перьма в истории города. Он мог бы стать хорошим парнем, но сбился с пути, а теперь и уже слишком стар, чтобы спасаться. В клубе была драка с участием Морта. Какой сюрприз, он мой хороший знакомый, так что замолвлю за него словечко. Про кого я еще тут вычитал? Подожди, а сова это была? Имя доктор Ориджиналь Бубо. Филин. Бубо-бубо. Это на латыни? Пол мужской. Морфинист. Невротичный и отвратительный старик. Но дружу с ним с тех пор, когда пернатые копы были на коне. Да, наверное, вечером. Ну вот. Подожди, вечером не в пятницу, в субботу. Я все так сказал? Кто у нас тут еще? А, все. Короче, в телеге есть что черкани. Тут расписывать. Ну да, вроде все. Оскар.
Holy wild ones, look what the cat dragged in.
Hello to you too, Bosco. I see you're busy as always.
I've been sniffing around one of the rundown joints. You know how it goes. And boom, this son of a lizard comes flying out the window. I didn't know the lizards could fly. So,
В субботу. Ну вот.
was being a bad boy again. Nothing unusual.
Во сколько
And
примерно?
you? Still dying?
Потому что я, не дома тоже, короче, буду.
I'm still a cop for another 121 days, Bosco.
121 день до пенсии,
As
эх.
unpleasant to me as it is to you.
All right. No need to bite. I wasn't trying to mess with you. You have Moses and Plato for that. And of course, Blood Boil.
Let's hope I won't run into any of them tonight.
Looking for Marty, eh? Ever since you left, he's kind of lost. He's trying to hide it, but he's not the same bird.
Well, I don't think we'll have a teary reunion, thinking about how we parted.
Let me give you some advice, Sonny. Let him rage. He'll be the same after that. Anyway, he was the one that shot you, right? You should be mad, not him.
It's not that simple, Bosco, but we'll see how he reacts. Thanks anyway.
No worries, pal.
Здесь как Боско, он работает со мной в отделе по делам. Знаешь, да чё бы ты знала?
We used one of these as target practice once. Not out of disrespect.
Кстати, еще хочу один
Just too
ствол
damn
купить.
drunk.
Ну, конечно же, я проводный пистолет говорю. Что-то я насмотрелся всяких 40 там. Захотел его купить. Как раз биткоин сейчас 16, вчера был 15, 16, 17. Скоро буду миллиардером. Следующий там этот, я туда пока не пойду. Давай с
One of
Баркманом
Blood
поговорим.
Boil's favorites, mainly because he's a dog, of course. One of Blood Boil's favorite,
Жардин.
Officer Jardine. They say she's clever,
Она?
smart, and dangerous. We need more. of
Мне
her
мои
kind.
телочки что-то не пишут на этой неделе. Уже пол-10. Рабочая
I'm really
зона.
not in the mood to meet Deputy Malloy or any of my ex-colleagues from the Predatory Division.
А RTX твой вообще работает? Ну так.
This is going to be a hard ride. Last time we saw each other, he had a smoking gun in his hand and...
Блин,
I was
дробовик хочу
bleeding.
купить себе,
I
пиздец.
don't know how we can get past that.
Лет с
but
15
it's worth
хочу
a
себе
try.
дробовик. Ну хуй где-то в этой стране найдешь нормально. Опа, Марти! Какой у тебя хохолок сегодня модный. Плакат можно поставить? Уф. Какая. Да, битрейт, конечно, ебанутый. Держи свой ствол чистым.
Long thighs and a big gun. That's Marty's idea of a perfect woman.
Интересно, как с этим хвостом? Удобно вообще?
Эй, ты, если ты позволишь... Что это, блядь, написано? Если ты... Все, это munition boxes. Если ты оставишь коробки с патронами снова открытыми, я, короче, надеру твою жопу, Марти пишет. Ну, битрейт, ну хули ты, блядь, уебище. Можно свет включить?
Hello, Cassandra.
Кассандра.
We'll meet again. Oh God, I'm
Я бы ее,
starting to-
конечно, за хвост подергал. Ну, я отыгрываю роль, отъебитесь, блядь. А как мне... Тренировку по стрельбе с геймпада, да. Марти. Томпсон? Нихуя себе. Винчестер. 1911 и... Хуй, я в револьверах не особо разбираюсь. Так, матерь моя.
Claudia.
Клаудия.
Tiny, dark, and angry, and hits you where it hurts the most. I know her well. Marty
Yeah.
calls her Susie, and I have to say, this little she-devil pulled us out of many tough situations over the years.
А ты, кстати, можешь завтра... Ну, если ходишь, типа завтра приехать вечером и уехать утром, и опять вечером приехать. Ну, если удобно. Не знаю, насколько тебе удобно. А битрейт у меня, сука, гандонище, блядь.
I believe this piece is forbidden. Cops can't use it, but
Это,
this is
кстати,
Marty's
гангстерское
personal collection,
оружие.
so it doesn't matter. At least nobody has ever complained.
Ну, стало после этого. Оно было сначала у копов, а потом их гангстеры начали использовать. Переделали еще немножко. Большая Берта. Это небольшая Берта.
Or rather, Big Bertha 2, because there was one before her, a sawed-off little broad, but we lost
Большая
her in the
Берта 2.
swamp. Marty cried for a week, but once he saw this giant lady here, the balance of the universe was restored.
Большая Берта, картинки покажи.
Картинки по вашему запросу.
Большая борода. Большая Берта, покажи картинки мне. Видно, да? Кстати, поставь таймер на 5 минут.
Таймер на 5 минут. Отсчет начался.
Посмотрим, сработает. Марти.
Marty looks good, big and loud and angry as always.
Ну, охуеть. Где Марти? А, вот он. Петух вид, петух, петушара, понял, блядь. Особые приметы, необычайно высоко тяжел для домашней птицы, сияющее белое оперение. Однажды он меня пострелил и по делу мне. Блядь, охуенно. Алло, Марти.
Hey, Marty.
Oh, well, look who's here. Hello, boss bird. Were you lost? This is the PD building, you know?
Ты чё, охуел?
Cut the shit, Marty. We're better than this.
Well, at least you are. Better than anyone, huh?
Что это? Большую БР я показывал. Ты чем слушал?
Marty, come on, let's forget that. What's past is
Что, спишь уже
past.
наполовину?
Easy for you to say, Sonny.
Damn it, Marty, you shot me, remember? I almost bled to death.
Hell yeah, I remember. Unfortunately, my aim wasn't good enough.
I need your help, okay? That's what you want to hear.
Well, it's a start.
Okay, I've said it. I won't do it again.
Yeah, right.
Ты чё такой уёбок, а? Гандон, блядь.
So, are you in? Just for tonight. Small case. We'll wrap it up in no
Так ты
time.
сказал. Ну ясно.
What kind of case?
A personal one.
How personal?
Very. The kind of case where if you come with me right now, you're not on duty anymore.
Oh, damn, Sonny. Stop it right there. I'm in.
That's it?
Do you know how boring life is here without your stupid, reckless shit? Soon enough, I'll shoot all the ammo in here out of boredom.
I'll tell you in the car.
Ooh, can I bring Bertha?
Тогда постреляем.
Ah, for the love of... Marty, this is a routine case. You can't bring your shotgun, okay?
Okay. But at least Susie can come.
All right.
That's what I want to hear.
Мы с ним напарники уже 10 долгих сложных лет. То есть были. А то есть сейчас он помогает мне официально, и только пока я не закрою дело. Марти горячее сердце, тяжелый удар. Но он уверен до самого конца. На него можно во всем положиться, особенно если на горизонте есть оружие. Тогда-то он раскрывает свою сущность, и тогда мне не очень хочется стоять у него на пути. Ну, больше не хочется. Давай постреляем, ладно. Подсказка. Стреляйте во врагов и не попадайте в заложников. Все просто. Камон! В натуре. Следующий совет можно? При попадании в противника даются очки и время, а за попадание в заложников они отнимаются. Все зависит от вас, думайте и стреляйте. После 6 выстрелов нужно перезарядить оружие, прямо как в вестернах, но еще быстрее. А мышь-то ебать быстрая. Вы чё? Она же охуенно быстрая. А перезаряжить-то как? Охуенно. Перезарядятка. Блять. Нет. Чмо. Увлекательно. Там была курица с птенцом. А время, простите, бесконечно здесь? У меня будильник. Увлекательно, да? А чё? А долго мне? Типа, интересно, конечно. Крошки, я же не делал ничего даже. Как Марти набрал 10 тысяч? Ты чё, охуел? Еще раз. Как бы я сейчас это с геймпада делал? Сука, заново можно? Нет. повезло, слон. Сюда! Шо? А? Сюда,
Hey,
смотри.
Marty, what about Laura? How come she didn't eat you yet? Yeah, very funny. We're good, by the way. Mostly. As good as we can be after all these years. Glad to hear it. She asks a lot about you. Really? Yeah. She always hated you for getting me into trouble all the time. Understandable. But she also felt sorry for you. Oh, well, thanks. That's much better. If I'm honest with you, she loved the chicken police, Marty, better than this one. Well, I think I'll take that as a compliment. Whatever, Sonny.
Так что? Марти жена Лаура. Она Лора, наверное, просто. Там типа Лаура на английском. Она красивая, добрая женщина. Не знаю, что она нашла в Марти, но ему слишком повезло заполучить такую женщину. Эх, мне бы такую найти. Что, все, больше ничего новенького? И что? Ну що? Поїхали.
Drink coffee? Yeah, my only poison. Except for guns, of course. And women. We could visit our old haunt. What do you think? Oh, a nice cup of Zips coffee and the hop dog. I'm in. If it comes to that, I'm leaving you without a blink. Oh yeah, like last time? Those were different times. Well, all right. To the city then. You don't have to come with me, you know. Okay, I know. Let's go. Sonny, there's a little problem. Not so little, and it smells too. What the furry hell is Blood Boiled doing here? Well, it seems we can't avoid speaking to him. Oh, yes, we can. You have your rifle with you, right? What? Just kidding. Sort of.
О, шеф-кроводер, блядь. Ну, здорово.
The chief doesn't seem to be in a good mood, but he never is, actually.
What a surprise. The two pigeons back together. And without my permission, of course.
Chief Bloodboil. Damn.
What was that, Santino?
Nothing, sir. What a lovely evening. Am I right?
I don't want to hear your crowing, Santino. What the hell are you doing here?
Hey, careful with the racist barking, old hound. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Can we just skip this part? It's New Year's after all.
And you're on duty, if I'm not mistaken, Martin. Where do you think you're going?
That's it, boss. To serve and protect. Sonny was in the neighborhood and stopped by to say hi. He's a cop too, right?
Only on paper, and you know that very well, Detective.
I don't want any trouble, boss. I just wanted to say hi to Monica, and then this feather pillow showed up. I invited him to grab a quick coffee. You can allow him that much, can't you?
Your coffee breaks usually end up in shooting or brawling, chickens.
Oh, just a coffee, boss, I swear. Oh, have a heart. It's New Year's Eve, and I haven't seen my old partner for so long.
How touching. You shot him with a shotgun, if I remember.
Family quarrel.
For all the marrow bones of the world, get the hell out of my sight.
Have a lovely evening, boss.
You especially. Fuck off right now.
Ну ты гандон.
What
What is it, son?
Nothing.
And you need...
No, sir.
Then get out of my sight, birds.
Birds. Где ты, сука, тварь? Люциус Уилфорд Кроводер. Собака. У мужской примета. Шеф, живая легенда. А еще он меня ненавидит. Ты мой босс, живой памятник правосудия. Он жестокий, бескомпромиссный, а главное, не подкупен. Конечно, он российский ублюдок, но все же не хочу быть здесь, когда он идет на покой, и смотреть, как Клови погружается в хаос. Он как... С тобой говорил, по-моему, уже.
I see your
I've sent the old lizard away. I don't need him to foul the air anymore.
Well, because he's a reptile.
No, because he's a good-for-nothing piece of shit.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And you letting off some steam?
Something like that. We'll go and check out some seedy joint. We're cops, after all.
That's true, pal.
Yeesh, get a room, you two.
Ah, shut up, Marty.
Герой-рум немного не то, да? Так, ну мы можем съебывать. С Моникой попрощаемся.
Stay safe, boys. I'm glad to see you two together again.
I'm afraid you're alone with that.
Hey, don't make me change my mind.
You won't, Marty. I bet you can't wait to get mixed up in some serious trouble.
Yep, that's true.
I'm serious, boys. Be careful out there.
We're big birds, Monica. We can take care of ourselves. Mostly.
Okay, but take care of each other, too.
Битрей.
Will do, Monica.
Yes, ma'am.
Кофе?
You still drink that garbage?
Hey, it's not garbage, okay? Allegedly, they've used it as medicine once.
Yeah, once they used to heal with bloodletting too, Marty. Don't believe everything that's on these labels. Okay.
Вчера же вылупился. Ты спишь? Что если на герб посмотреть?
Did you ever notice how much bigger the lion and the fox are than the other animals?
You know, maybe all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others.
Ну вы поняли.
Huh. So that's why our king's a fox and not a sheep or a bird, right?
Лис?
It's maybe a little late, but you're starting to get it, detective.
А что я нашел-то? Вот это. Славить своим исключением кофе исключительно честными разборками. Частыми. Ну, держать заведение в окрестностях города тараканов не так уж и безопасно для жизни. Блин, ну битрейт, ну, блядь! Мозес, тибетский лис, оплата манул. Это старые соперники Сони и Марди. Сейчас они работают в отделе убийств полиции Кловеля. Гектор III, или как его зовут в большинстве зверей, король лис, является третьим в династии Фалуа. Хотя Кловель небольшое государство, его король является одним из самых влиятельных зверей в дикой природе. Это связано с не с реальной важностью города, а с богатством его отдельных колоний. Спит. Ну ладно, поспит. Так, ну что, съебываем? А есть еще задания какие-то побочные? А, вот побочка, да? Бля, я забыл что-нибудь, что.
Yeesh, my condolences, pal. I see your cleaning lady died.
Yeah, she set foot in the bedroom once. I haven't seen her since.
Oh, I wouldn't want to go in.
Cigarettes and whiskey?
Yeah, with a hint of dirty laundry.
Ah, that. No, that's got to be the Ibanez dame. You know, the broad who gave me...
Ah, pretty, huh? I can smell it. She's an exotic, too. An impala, maybe?
Furry hell. That's why Chief Inspector Bloodboil hates you so much. He's jealous because your nose is better than...
The bitter old dog. He just hates all foul.
Yeah, true. Except for...
Monica's a fairy.
Well, let's gather my stuff and head to the club. We gotta find out who this Natasha is and what she wants from us. I mean, what she really wants.
After you, Boss Bird. I wouldn't like to touch anything in here anyway. If it...
Sure, just... You know, this city's out... Well, don't you feel it? The whole place squeezing you. The polluted air. The sirens.
Don't be such a drama queen. It's not the world that's changed, it's us.
No, there really is something. You know the feeling of foreboding, of something wrong.
You're screwing my mood.
Yeah, but I'm not sorry.
No shit. When was the last time I was here?
I don't know. Years ago.
Whew, that was a...
Yeah.
You know, Sonny, you can call me. Not just when you want to investigate some shady case from a shady dame and you need a big meat shield to cover your ass.
Гуску прикрыть.
Times have changed, Marty. And I don't call anyone.
All right, Boss Bird. Whatever you say.
Это все было уже. Что тут нового?
I'm gonna clean.
Have you started on your great...
I've already started working on my will, but I real...
Pity. I've always wanted a chicken coop smelling like old socks and bourbon.
You'll have to earn it first, Marty. Maybe it...
It would be best to board it up. It'd go well with this rundown neighborhood.
It may be run down, but somehow I still feel like it's honest.
Sure. You could live in Cockroach Town. That's an honest place, too. Has a similar stink.
Believe me, Marty, I thought about it.
Why am I not surprised? The old days.
What? The hype? Us as celebrity cops?
Nah, the work, the buzz, the phone ringing at 4 a.m. and knowing if you pick it up, you'll be dragged into something terrible, because that's your job. And of course, you pick it up every clucking time.
I'm not sure it's healthy to enjoy that.
Hey, no healthy animal becomes a cop in club.
Yeah, true.
So this is them.
Yeah, the wild gentlemen. They were role models when I was a kid.
Well, you must have been a weird kid, which ain't surprising. My idols were the White Wolf and Super Squirrel.
The White Wolf, eh? Explains a lot. You know, when I was back in Averia, Clawville and the whole let's live together in peace bullshit seemed like an unattainable dream. Those guys made it happen. The city rose from the ashes.
Yeah, but look at it now. And what would have become of you if you hadn't ended up in Clawville?
О, как надоело эти
Maybe you'd
уведомления.
even be happy?
Perhaps.
Who's that shaggy creature?
That's M.B. Davis, you bird brain.
Politician?
Am I gonna have to smash your beak?
Seriously, I don't know who the hell he is. I didn't know you used to be a kindergarten teacher. But leather?
It's history, so back off.
I'm touched by the trust you have in me, Boss Bird.
There are things better left undisturbed. Okay.
Yeah, got it. Man, I can't imagine how you feel. The only good thing you ever had, huh?
Shut up, Marty.
Sure.
Город сапожников также известный как Ули или город тараканов. Когда был частью города, потом превратился в внесенный стеной гетто, где нужно обитать 90% насекомых города. В настоящее время наибольшую угрозу из города представляет беспорядки Уэлли. Понятно. Гражданская организация основана 4 самыми влиятельными и самыми богатыми зверями в городе. Огонь 867 почти полностью стер Кловель с лица дикой природы. Именно тогда появились дикие джентльмены, которые заново строили город и используя все свои деньги и влияние. Они были героями или, по крайней мере, считались таковыми. Некоторые полагают, что огонь был делом их лап, и все это было бы частью национального заговора, но, скорее всего, правду мы никогда не узнаем. Авирия. Страна, населенная одним лишь птицами, это живописное современное место, которым управляет демократический парламент. Его омывают 2 моря, а основной экономикой является воздушный транспорт, торговля и военная авиация. Страна поддерживает нейтральные отношения почти со всеми другими нациями и, кроме периода Великой Мясной войны, удерживала свои позиции на протяжении всей истории. Великий огонь Кловельвилля. Вскоре после Мясной войны и последующий экономический кризис в 1793 году пожар уничтожил почти весь Кловель. Он начался в районе Рету, и даже река Таймс не смогла его остановить. То была настоящая огненная преисподняя после буйства, которое город пришлось отстраивать заново, почти с нуля. Кожа и меха раньше считались высокой модой, но теперь особенно в Кловеле натуральную кожу и меха редко встретишь. Носить такую одежду, если денег хватит, не то чтобы нельзя, пока что, но это, мягко говоря, весьма неприлично. Так-то. А что нам еще-то, в принципе, делать? Девять, 3, 2, да? Ну ладно.
My wife took a long time ago. Yeah. Well, it's not the case anymore.
Что, погнали? Царь клуб.
Have you been there before? Never. You know, it's not my style. It's too fancy for me. I'm more like the smoky.
Yeah, same here.
But we're not gonna mingle like this, right?
We're not searching for a tailor on New Year's Eve, okay? We'll go as we are.
That'll be exciting.
Let's just stay out of trouble, okay?
What trouble?
That's the spirit.
Дебра Ибанес. Не мой маг.
Oh, hi, Mr. Sinclair. How are we?
Sinclair is doing fine, thanks. Anyway, you still talk to your guns?
Yeah, and so what? Other animals talk to their plants. Crazy, isn't it? At least a gun has a soul, and it's useful.
I can't believe you're allowed to walk around freely, Birdie.
Oh, if you only knew what I'm packing right now.
I don't want to know what's under your feathers, Marty.
So she just turned up with a message on this flyer, and you've...
Maybe I was bored, or maybe there's more to this thing than meets the eye.
Yeah, there's always more.
Maybe I just wanted to meet you for old time's sake.
That's not funny.
I've never had a good sense of humor. You know that better than anyone.
That's for sure.
Послание от
So the
Наташи.
Czar Club, huh? My city's on fire. Sounds good. But that's all? It's kind of weak for a clue.
It's not a clue. It's just a guide. By the way, it's New Year's Eve. We deserve some fun, right?
Well, that's true. But it's never that easy with you, Boss Bird. There's something you're not telling me, right?
Nothing important, Marty.
Yeah. If you say so. So am I staring?
Well, the floor's creaking a bit when you shift your...
You're an asshole.
Ну что, погнали?
The hop dog was like the last warning. You can still turn back. My eyes lingered on the sign. An enormous dog. Like a neon god with limitless power
dog.
over cheap hot dogs,
Хороший перевод.
plastic hamburgers, and watered-down coffee. The cold light called me, but I didn't want to get out of the car. If we went in, we were all gonna be pancakes, kept together by cold syrup.
Ебать.
Marty's worried look shook me out of my reverie. Oh, cluck. Was I talking to
Крять.
myself again?
There used to be such life around here before it became an insect ghetto.
That was a very long time ago, Marty.
I was a little chick, and the hop dog.
Well, since Zip became the owner, the cook, and the waitress.
True.
But at least the coffee's good.
That's right. I have no idea what that mongrel's.
Peaceful, isn't it?
Because the whole town's probably drunk.
Maybe that's the only way it can bear itself.
Doesn't it remind you of someone?
Shut up, Marty.
Got
Все
you
ли
there, old bird.
колебало? Все как клевало свое, слышишь ты, блядь?
Did this wreck belong to Zip?
Well, it's a wreck just like him.
Угу. Комикс. Где он сам? А, вот же. Живой маленький преступник подполье отвергло. Теперь он делает лучший кофе в городе. Потрепанный придорожной забегалки. Ах да, еще он оказался довольно полезным информатором для полиции. Мух.
Look at the poor bastard.
He's looking okay, Marty. Remember what we saw when we...
Wild ones. Don't even remind me. Trying to forget that shit every day.
It's been even worse since. I guess you heard about the riots.
Who hasn't? You know, people are afraid that the Great Fire will happen again, and those hive houses are pretty flammable.
I don't speak of the devil, Marty. But to be honest, I have no idea how this insect matter can be solved.
I do. We just open the ghettos and let the insects live among us like they did for centuries.
Your heart is pure gold, buddy. But you know it's not that easy. 𝐂𝐤ville isn't what it used to be.
Америка уже выпустила насекомых. Пустила себе. И посмотрите, что происходит.
Hey, pal. Can you hear me?
Is he deaf?
I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't understand what I'm saying.
Or he doesn't want to.
That's also very likely.
Poor Bug Eyes.
At least he's playing music. I mean, he's doing something. You mean the light, the insect?
Yeah, their afterlife. If they want to go into the light, they set themselves on fire.
Yeah, I've heard that. Maybe it's not a...
That depends on your point. Poor Bug.
Ну что ж.
Are you sure that thing's a dog? I always wondered.
Sometimes the most natural connections lead us astray.
Who said that?
A natural-born genius?
Yeah, right.
Осторожно. Мне...
Of all that's furry.
Is this still a thing?
The situation's getting even worse, Marty. Have you heard how the young mothers of the cobbler district are forced to make a living?
I have no idea what goes on in the hive, Sonny. I don't think I
Не
want to
обслуживаем
know.
кроликов тут.
But you're still gonna tell me, right?
Prostitution is the lesser evil. What's worse is that some folks have to sell
Кролик
their
сказал?
kids when they're still
Кроликов, блядь,
larvae.
да?
Wait, what? Why?
They pay a hefty sum for each of them downtown. They sell them as gourmet food in the most expensive restaurants.
Чуть я устал.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
We made this city, Marty. 𝐂𝐤𝐤 didn't do this to itself. Don't ever forget that.
Насекомых кроликов, блядь.
Ugh, the place is deserted. Poor Zip.
You're right.
Yep, the guy's middle name is Bad Luck.
That's for sure.
Па-да. Простите. Не, не хочу грустно, хочу что-нибудь веселое. И так в Бэтмене 3 такого музыки так выпадает. Чё по 3 раза-то. Если она будет. На! Какого хрена?
And voila, the math.
What a finch.
Sonny, he's a pigeon, not a finch.
Don't make me angry, Marty.
Okay, I was only joking. In another life, I'd love to.
You're already one, Marty. For me.
Ah, thanks, Bob.
Kids these days and their crazy music. What would old M.B. Davis say to this garbage? The highlight of my day.
Yeah, I can smell it already. How does he make the coffee here so special?
Look at that mangy trash panda and tell me, do you really want to know?
Мойная панда.
You're right.
As always.
You still don't eat meat, old man?
I'm a rooster, a chicken. Why the hell would I eat meat?
I don't mean real meat. I'm not a lunatic. But a meat substitute? There's about 10 different kinds. Have you never tried any of them?
Why would I? If I don't eat meat, why would I eat a substitute?
Because you can. That's the point.
Wild gods, Marty. Stop being such a sheep. Do you fall for those adverts?
Substitute isn't
Ох уж
meat,
веганы.
Sonny. And
Мозги
if
у
it's
всех
tasty,
отвалились уже.
why wouldn't I eat it?
I don't care what you eat, but don't be surprised when you lose all your feathers or you try to bite off your own leg one day.
The king.
What insight? Well, that's a good question, pal.
Куда подевались все цвета?
The door didn't look like this last time.
Yeah, because last time you tore it out and beat that baboon with it.
Oh, yeah. I remember now. So that...
He had to. We didn't leave much of it standing.
If I didn't know how nice we are, I'd almost hate ourselves.
Welcome to the club, partner. What's that smell?
You know, I don't want to know.
Zip once had Marty do the dishes because he tried to take off without paying. That was one of the best days of my life.
He sure didn't get any younger.
Or prettier.
You think he's still mad at us?
Frankly, Marty, I don't give a damn.
Hello, boys. Now, get the hell out of here while I'm asking nicely.
Hey, is that how you greet two old friends?
Hey, I'm not joking, Sonny. I got a shotgun under the bar.
No, you don't, because if you had, we'd arrest you here and now.
If there's still life in you when you're full of buckshot.
Ah, it's going well so far.
We're just here for a coffee, Zip, okay? Like old times.
Nothing's like old times. Haven't you noticed?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's quite noticeable.
Shit. All right. And where'd you blow in from?
We haven't been anywhere yet, but we're going somewhere.
Everybody's going somewhere, right?
Tell me, how much do you know, Zip?
That depends. How deep is it?
Bottom of the well kind. Goes down around Ibn Wessler.
Holy hell! Wessler? You've dipped your wings in deep shit, boys.
If you've got anything on him, don't keep it to yourself. We'd be grateful.
Grateful? Maybe you're not gonna trash my joint this time, eh? You know, Ibn's acting strange nowadays. He always believed that if you want something done, you do it yourself. That's how it was for years anyway.
And?
But now, he left his real estate, the fish racing clubs, the casinos, and the bars to his right-hand man, Mongrel Mick. And ever since, he's been kinda weird. Bottomed out. Brooding in the seediest joints of the city. Nobody ever knew him to be like this.
Yeah, weird.
It's always about a lady.
Well, there is a woman.
I knew it.
But not like you think.
Is this gonna cost much?
Only a favor. Like the good old days.
Okay, I'm in.
У него еще стали связи, стоит допросить его обо всем, но время его тоже не пощадило. Заметили имитаторы мяса позволили сократить потребление мяса. Ну, понятно. Мик один из самых разъяренных негодяев на службе у Ибна Уэслера, известный под многими довольно жуткими прозвищами благодаря своей жестокой натуре. Дорожки Сони, Марти и Мик уже пересекались раньше. И пернатым копам пришлось немало постараться, чтобы унести перья из этих стычек. Это все хорошо.
Zip one. You didn't get any younger, pal.
You're telling me? You look like you haven't had a good night's sleep since forever.
To be honest, I've never had a good night's sleep in my life.
You will when the big sleep comes.
And what are your plans? Dying behind the bar?
Of course. You got a better idea?
A couple, yeah. But somehow this suits you.
You know what? Your mother's a goat.
Have you ever been to that place?
Of course, 100 times. Everyone who matters in this city's been there. Sorry, guys. But then, it had a different name and a different owner.
Business affairs, right?
Yeah, that was the dark era, Sonny. I don't want to talk about it.
Roger that.
Скок док.
I've gotta say, you've revamped the joint pretty well.
Yeah, after you trashed it, I had to.
Look, I'm sorry, Zip. That ocelot and his gorilla.
Baboon, not gorilla.
Whatever.
Да, whatever.
Watch your beak.
So you owe me one until about the end of time. But I'd settle for you washing up here for a few years after retirement, Sonny.
Mind your tongue, furball.
Наташа, кошечка.
About that woman. Is she really that dangerous?
What woman isn't, huh?
No, Zip. I mean really dangerous.
She's got the most influential gangster of the city wrapped around her finger. She calls him her little furball. How dangerous do you think she is?
So Ibn's gone insane.
Love will kill you in the end.
Seems like everyone's in a poetic mood today.
You're one to talk, by the way.
Huh? Why?
That Natasha's a mysterious woman, a real cursed jewel, if you ask me. She came out of nowhere 2 or 3 years ago and landed on the stage of the Millions almost immediately.
Is that so? Interesting.
Is that so? Сейчас заканчивать буду. Устал я что-то.
But we all know that's not what's important. Then suddenly, bam! She got the whole club, just like that. But we know exactly how it was.
I can imagine, yeah. Since then, it operates under the name the Tsar Club, right?
The old click is still clicking, right? Yeah, the club was renamed and remodeled. Everyone knows she was Ibn.
Then how exactly does she fit into the picture?
Check this. A few months ago, the old rat pulled out of his own businesses and gave control to Mongrel Mick and his mob.
Mongrel Mick? Doesn't sound familiar.
Mick the Marauder, ring a bell?
Damn, that little monkey came this far?
I think that little shit took advantage of Ibn not being himself.
Which has something to do with this.
That's my guess.
Thanks for the straight dope, Zip. We owe you one.
One? You owe me the price of a new coffee shop, remember?
Okay. Whatever you need. Just call us.
I clucking will.
Thanks, pal.
Hey, I'm not your pal, Marty.
Что такое? Тварь такая.
You sure talk a lot.
Maybe the past is haunting me. Once.
Oh, come on, Zippy. Don't be so hard on yourself. You got out in time, and you've been...
Yeah, right.
It's more than what many others get, believe me. Zip one.
You think he might know something about the case?
He knows almost everybody in this city. At least he used to once. Let's see if he still does.
Не очень удобное управление, конечно. Я представляю, какую-то информацию пару лет назад, тогда он уже был информатором полиции, так что он мог работать на 2 фронта, скользкий засранец.
Look at these two simpletons. For the wild God's sake, don't dare tell them.
I already tried, but nothing happened.
Figures.
Hello, gents. Everything all...
Aye, everything's just fine, Sonny.
Well, look, the chick police are together again. What a time to be alive. Am I right, Royce?
You're right, Fuss.
Hey, that reminds me. Look at what I found under my coat. It's Her Majesty Big Bertha in the flesh.
Whoa, don't shoot. We were just joking, okay? We don't want any trouble.
Yeah, I was just joking too. I'll never get bored with these two. They're so cute.
I wonder why they thought you would shoot at another cop.
Hey, it's just happened once, okay? Am I right, boys?
You're right, Marty. And we all know it was an accident.
See?
How many days did we have our first squad car?
About 3, I think, before we crashed into that tank of acid.
We? You crashed it. Don't blame it on me, Marty. I was unconscious if I...
That's your problem, boss. You should be more careful with low-hanging concrete blocks next time.
Yeah, I've been paying attention to that ever since.
You know, this says a lot about the...
Yeah, maybe Blood Boil meant it as a deterrent, but it sure sends...
Yeah, he was born into the wrong age. He belongs to a time when everything was just...
You're probably right. In an age like that, we wouldn't be alive anymore, pal.
Кроводер, он же КСТ-ГР, ставший в полиции, подполье города сплотилось против него, но у него ничего не вышло. Мягко говоря, благодаря Кровеллеру клан Кастил исчез, а полиция вернула часть своей былой славы. Как сохранить игру?
Time to go, partner. It'll take half an hour or more to get there.
To the club, then. I'm curious about the show.
Look, Marty, we're not going there to have fun, okay?
I know. We worked...
9.
Oh,
8.
you have any gum?
Of course not. Chickens don't chew.
Well, I'll go crazy on a long ride without it.
And I'll go crazy from you beaking it.
Ah, Sonny, it's a pleasure working with you again.
Опа.
Midnight had passed, and the intoxicated madness kicked in. We could only crawl along Shalva District's main street toward downtown. The city's heart beat differently. Ancient buildings were defaced by neon signs and billboards, like half-drunk lovers on a fine leather sofa. Great old houses neighbored by garish modern blocks. A place that makes the head hurt. The Tsar's huge neon sign was visible for miles. A blazing red sign advertised tonight's main attraction, the amazing Natasha.
Natasha.
Cops were never welcomed at places like this. I hoped we were too late for the show. We had to be inconspicuous, but it was never easy with this bird mountain by my side.
Ебать, машинка какая. Опа, что за тапля?
Ah, so this is the famous Tsar Club.
More like infamous, Marty. It's not for our kind, that's for sure. And I don't...
Well, at least we don't have to be afraid that they see you as a detective.
Very funny.
So what are we gonna do now?
We find Natasha, the broad who sent me the message, remember?
Excuse me? On behalf of the well...
Cut the crap, Marty. Let's focus on what we're here for, okay?
As you say, Boss Bird.
Так, я надеюсь, все сохранится. Да, царь Кроу, заебись. Так, ну что, на сегодня все. Сегодня все. Можно. Так. Завтра продолжим. Часа в 4 постараюсь пораньше подрубить. Вот. Так что, да. Вроде все. Так что я погнал. Картошка спит. Ладно, все. Пока-пока.